Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Kevin and this is a show called Hacked, where I rebuild my project vehicles using my methods. And they may not be by the book, but you might learn a thing or two. Or I might learn a thing or two. Or we both might learn something. Anyways, if you enjoy the following content, please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and don't be afraid to jump in the comments. I'm about to take you guys on an adventure, so I hope you enjoy the ride. Let's go. There we go. On this episode of Hacked, I think I bit off more than that. Yep. She's been sitting. And she's crusty. Oh, she's crusty. Yeah, let's get into it. Let me give you a little context on why I bought this truck. It's an 03 Chevy Silverado 2500 utility truck, 4x4, and I bought the truck because a gentleman said that he was going to have the scrap company come and grab it. And I hopped on it. I was told that the truck went in limp power mode, that it wouldn't crank. So I bought the truck. Cheap money. I won't disclose how cheap, but I bought the truck cheap money. And I've owned 2 of these trucks, and 9 times out of 10 with those symptoms, usually it's a bad ground and it's a crank sensor. So we're gonna see if it's either one of those, and if we get the truck running. The truck doesn't run. I don't know if it drives. I don't know nothing. All I know is that it's a Chevy 2500 with a utility body. First things first that we need to look into this truck. It is a 6.0 GM engine, and usually the 6.0s have multiple ground issues, and one notorious one is one that comes off the back of the block. Oops, just cracked the fender a little bit. Comes off the back of the block and comes up into this harness right here. The thing about this harness is, and the thing about this ground is that it is connected to the ECM. And it seems to be broken. So that right there might be a reason why the truck is not starting. So we're gonna change that out. We're gonna replace the wire, crimp in something new, and maybe, just maybe, we get this truck to fire up for the first time in at least a year. I don't even know how long this thing's been sitting. So this is what we had. Look at that. Right down to the sheath, right down to the copper. I don't know what happened, but this thing was rough shape, very rough shape. So we cut it back, found a nice clean piece, and now we're going to splice in a new piece and right back there, and hopefully when we throw a battery in here, the thing will fire up. But 9 times out of 10, when these Chevys don't start and you barely get a click, if you get a click and no crank, the battery's full, or if you get just the lights turn on, the headlights and stuff, and you get an indicator on the dash that has a car and a key lock basically next to it, this is what it is. This is the ECM ground. This is what the brain connects to. So there you go. Crummy wire, brandy new wire. Look at that. I was gonna replace it with this heavy gauge, but then I was like, we'll just put back what was once in there. Well, back to it. Okay, we got that ground connected. We butted it up, as you can see. There's a shrink tube right there. I'm going to melt that down in a minute, but first I want to hook the battery in. I want to see if we get anything more than just a little click click, because that's what I was getting before. It was a little click click. There's a lot of grounds and stuff going everywhere. I don't know what goes to what, but yeah, let's hook up the positive, which is this, and the negative, which is this. Let's see what happens. We do have the battery on start, battery charger on start, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna crank the truck over and see what happens. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it starts up, or at least it cranks, because the last time I tried this, it didn't crank. That's good. That's real good. Alright, so she cranked. She's drawing, she's getting power. I'm going to put her on max setting for the jump start. I hope the fuel pump's working in this thing. I didn't hear it kick on, so hope. No way. So she runs. She runs like crap, but she runs. I think it's the crankshaft position sensor. She's on low power. She moves under her own power. It's just there's no throttle whatsoever. So yeah, I'm going to assume that is what is wrong with it. It's a crankshaft position sensor. It also smells like gas hardcore, but nothing is leaking. So again, I think it's the throw position sensor. Awesome, because this means that this thing might not be a parts rig after all. So I think the next step is going to be getting it next to the shop, breaking out the pressure washer, getting some of this moss off of it, make it look like something, make it look presentable. Well guys, we got this truck all cleaned up, we got it running, but unfortunately it still needs a crankshaft position sensor. However, look how nice it looks after it gets polished, power washed. Look at that, clean. I'll bang out this dent too, and then we're going to strip out the interior and stuff like that, but we'll do that on another episode. Until then, we'll catch you later.